I forgot to add myself to the stream. Hey, In the Bushes. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Jen. Jen, are you blue yet? Like, have I made you a mod yet? Because I was going to, but I just went on YouTube and I can't remember if I did or not. And I can't tell because I'm on StreamYard. Hey, Ava. Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, AG. Hey, Kate. Hey, Mel. Anyone that wants to come up, of course, always can. Um, hey, Beatlemaniac. So Kate's going live at, she is, okay. Hey, Insanely Confused at 9:30. So I want to make sure we're done by then. Oh, all right, Jen, just making sure. Whoops. I got to go through and make sure I've unmodded people. What just happened? Okay, I'm losing my mind. Anyways, so glad you guys are here. I am getting better by the day. Today I woke up well, I'm glad you're here, Insanely Confused. You are welcome here. My eye is killing me. Like, I swear this cold just goes up your whole body. But let's get right. Oh, Kate's here. Please be you, because I realized I didn't check anything.
I swear, every night that I plan on going live, my eyes start itching and I get sneezy.
Oh, mine has been like, you feel like there's
happening?
Maybe you're like allergic to YouTube, which lately,
maybe. I think it's just like the proximity of where my computer is to where I farm the bugs. I think it's just like every time I come over here, it starts to get on my nerves.
Did you just say farm the bugs?
Yeah, I breed bugs for my lizards, and they're not too far from where my computer is set up.
That's right. I forgot. Hey, Jingles. Oh, yes, that is awesome. So I'm trying, AG. Hey, Riley, every day I get a little bit better, I think. So hopefully by the weekend. So Kate is talking about Casey Anthony tonight at 9:30. So we got to get over there by 9:30 because I am pumped up about that.
She got me.
She is, well, she's annoying as it is. But so I want to talk about a couple things. First off, we haven't had any hey, Jameson, big updates in Michael's case. I believe they're still looking at everything. So one thing that everybody's been getting kind of upset about is that it's jeopardizing the case and stuff. And so I want to say that I do not agree with what Betty Bullhorn, whatever her name is, did. It's awful. Hey, SA, Brandy should not be enduring and had to have found out the way she did. But at this point, it's out. So, I say we just go forward. We'll just work with what we've got. And I think everybody has backed off a little bit with, no one's at the house that I know of. But to the best of my knowledge, there's been nothing good that's nothing good. Is nothing positive. That's not even a good word. I don't know what to say. He hasn't been found. Okay, he hasn't been found. I will say that I believe that the people that own the house of Sarah is actually, I believe, a family member of hers. So it's just a very weird situation. But what else there was other news. I'm not sure if you guys saw in the Delphi case, there's a couple articles, and I meant to ask Lindsay what she thought about it. But there is a couple articles. No, Insanely, are you looking for drama? Because you're not going to get it here. Which it's totally cool if you are. I'm way too weak for drama. But if you want to go to drama, I've got plenty of... Oh, no. Okay, no. I've got plenty of recommendations. No, we don't do that. Yes, thank you, Ava. That's the words I was trying to look for. No, Insanely, that's not my cup of tea. They'll be processing. They're going in the house, from my understanding. So I have seen a couple articles, but I need to verify this, that have said that law enforcement said that Keegan Klein, that they didn't find anything at that river that they searched in August, and that Klein lied that there was ever anything there. Did you hear that?
Wait, say that one more time.
So law enforcement says Richard Allen being arrested has nothing to do with Keegan Klein. That the reason that Richard Allen was arrested was because they had hit a dead end, and so they had brought in some fresh investigators to go over all the information that they had, and that's what led them to Richard. And that the search that they did of the river based on Keegan Kline saying he knew something was like a lie, and there was nothing at this river. And
I just
so
find that to be so
I
strange
know.
because supposedly he's still in they like his what? Where is this? That my
Insanely confused.
making, my computer keeps making this noise. It's going like.
I was wondering. I was like, is it me? Like, what's
I
going
don't know
on?
where the hell it's coming from. Like, I can't freaking find it, and it's just going off and going off and going off. And I don't
She's
know.
got buttons and bugs.
I'm
Buttons and
freaking
bugs.
out.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't believe that because his lawyer put in a motion saying that they need more time because they are still in negotiations with law enforcement.
Thanks, Ava. That's what I was. Okay. That's what I'm. Yeah. So much of it is it's very confusing. We do know Keegan lies all the time, but whether or not he lied in this, I don't know. There's so many questions we have. Just so many questions. But since Kate is here, I want to dig right into what I wanted to talk about tonight. And Insanely Confused, we try to be as factual as possible. We're not always right, and we will admit we're not right, but we do try to vet things. And Kate's up here a lot because I just like her. So, yeah, just like her. But that sounds really weird.
I love you.
But what I want to talk about, though, is if you guys have not, which, first of all, can we just talk about Idaho and God bless the law enforcement there? Not only are they dealing with Michael Monkey Vaughn, and that's before I forget, did you guys see that the judge said Lori Vallow, I'm bad.
Competent again?
Yeah, she is competent, so the trial will go on. Now, that I did not realize, I think it was you that told me that in Idaho, they can continue just to say that she's incompetent and it'll keep going back to, or there's got to be a limit on that.
I think they can keep doing like there's a difference between incompetent and what is the other sane. So sometimes they'll be like, oh well, they're competent but they're not sane, and then they'll make you do another test and it'll just keep going on and on and on. But she could just, like, if they feel like she slips back into whatever she slips back into, they can stop it again. I mean, this is the second time.
That's what I'm thinking. At this point, the judge, like, it's yeah. And I didn't. Idaho doesn't recognize. No, I don't think so.
Be careful because if she isn't competent per se, and they say that she is, then it could end in like a mistrial because they'll say, oh, she wasn't competent to stand trial, and they still went ahead with it. So it's probably a hard thing for a judge because it's like, they have to really go with like what the doctors think and stuff,
Yeah, she's fine. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Amber. Well, she's not fine, but so law enforcement there. God bless Idaho. Don't know what's going on there. But anyways, I want to talk about the University of Idaho, the slangs, and we can call them that because that's exactly what it is. Pamela and Amber, I'd like to introduce you to Insanely Confused, who is new here and asked if this was a drama channel and seemed relieved that it wasn't.
No drama here.
No drama, yeah. 4 teens. I want just to show their faces first. Hey, Allie. Another one of my favorites. Where's Punkette? Mods, if you could drop links for channels, you'd be amazed. You are amazing, but I can't do that and think at the same time. So Alex, thank you. Alex, have you heard anything back about the pictures at all? I'm just curious of Summer, or allegedly Summer. All right, I'm going to share the screen while we do this. Oh, you have been Beatlemaniac? See, I can barely see out of my one eye. I don't know if that's normal. All right. That's not it. Here we go. Oh, sorry for sniffing. Okay, so these three kids were, and they were kids. 21, I think, was the oldest. University of Idaho students. They lived off campus in like a house or whatever, like we obviously, and uh, they got home around, allegedly two of them arrived home at 1:45. There was three girls and one boy. The one boy was dating the girl, and Kraken Cases posted an update that said they saw the girl, and I said, "Oh, I will. I'll message you, Alex. I'm so sorry." Okay, I'll message you. So anyways, at some point in the night between those hours of Saturday 1:45 a.m. and Sunday morning at noon, they were killed. And what we do know is that it sounds like it was they were all killed by a knife, and it sounds like they just said that the coroner has stated that there was just massive amounts of blood. They do not have any
It was like a
suspects.
serrated knife too, like a.
Yeah. So I'll show. So I've got a couple. So I just want to show you these kids because. So this boy right here, I watched an extended interview of his parents, and I'm actually not going to play it right now because I will let y'all watch it on your own. It's very emotional and very difficult. He is a triplet, and when I like him and his two brothers, when I say they were close, they went to every like room together, like high school, everything, went to college, University of Idaho, everything together, and now he's gone. So this is Ethan Chapin was a freshman from Mount Vernon area of Washington, according to Green. He was a member of the Sigma Chi fraternity and working to complete his main major in recreation, sport, and tourism management in U of I's College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. Chaplin, they said it different that time, appeared to be in a relationship with Coronado based on their respective social media accounts.
How
So both of
cute are they?
I know both of them are deceased. So she was one
Oh,
of the
both of
victims.
she was killed too.
Yeah, they were killed together. So Xana Coronado was a junior majoring in marketing at U of I's College of Business and Economics. She was a member member of Pi Beta Phi sorority, according to the school. She said police said Coronado was from Avondale, Arizona, but Green said Kernodle was from Post Falls, Idaho. Madison Mogan was a senior from Idaho. I don't know how to say that word. She was completing her major in marketing. She was also a member of
Was
the
this like a
Pi
sorority
Beta
house?
Phi. I don't think so. Maybe I'll have to check. But
It was girls mainly with
girls and him. Yep. Kaylee Gonkels was a senior in general studies major in college. She was from Rathdrum, Idaho, and a member of the Alpha Phi sorority. Well, right there. So this is the four of them together. Apparently, the four of them. This says all appeared to be friends, and even post. This is a photo of them together on Instagram just hours before they were found dead. Oh my gosh!
Heck?
So
I thought it was a bunch of guys. I didn't know it was all females and
so
guys.
allegedly, hold on, I don't want to miss anything. Congrats, Allie. Wait, what are we congratulating Allie on? Oh, good job, Allie. Good job. But somewhere in one. Okay, Ava. So it wasn't a sorority house, but okay. Yeah. So his parents, it is a longer, his parents give an extended interview. Hey, Punksy. And I'll tell you why it was really touching, because his mom said the reason they agreed to do it was because they wanted no one speaking for Ethan. They wanted to be able to tell his story first, like who he was and stuff, which made me cry. And just that he went home every weekend to referee for youth sports. And it's just really horrible.
Aww.
Wait, my husband has 11 months from alcohol and 12 years. All right, AG, great. That's awesome.
Congrats.
So police did a press conference today, but first I wanted to share a couple other things. It was from the sounds of it. So everyone is very mad at the police in Idaho because they're saying that they're not giving enough information. But again, we have to remember that. So there is one person of interest right now.
So they think it's like an isolated incident.
Yes. So they do believe it's an isolated incident and that there's no like risk to the rest of the campus. However, today during the press conference, of which we're going to watch little pieces.
Didn't they say like stay vigilant just in case?
Yeah, they said, "Are we safe?" And they said, "Well, we can't say that." So yeah, I mean, they gave a lot for. So I want you to. I verified this with other sources because you can't always tell with the post. But I want you to see. Watch this. Hold on, let me go back to the beginning. This gives me chills. So these are the two girls together. Whoops.
Who's the mystery man? The guy with the beard?
No. Right there.
Is he like an adult or like a kid?
Let's watch it again. I'm not, because I don't know, but this is hours before. And then he shows up some other place they were at too. So there he is. So there's the two girls. Right there. They just went up to get food.
So he's just like standing behind them all creepy. Mm-hmm. He looks young.
He does look young. And there he is just chilling out there while they get their food. Oh my gosh. He really did stand there and then leave when they did. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoops.
That is weird.
That is freaking creepy. So police are looking for him. Now let's watch little pieces.
It's like a guy one of the girls turned down or something.
Well, that's yeah. So I will say that law enforcement, they said, was it law enforcement that originally said, no, the mayor called it a crime of, exactly, insanely confused. The mayor called it hey Gizmo, called it good to see you Gizmo, called it hey Kellyanne, a crime of passion. But law enforcement has not like said that. Now, when you say crime of passion, I'm thinking like, he talked to them later, Ava? Is there a video of that? Can you see it? I'm going to have to play that if there is. Here is the knife. They believe, hey, Mike, they believe looks something like this, I guess. But I thought it
serrated. I thought they said it was serrated.
I thought they said serrated too, and it says L-E. This might just be this because L.E. appears to be searching for a Rambo-style knife.
How does one guy overpower 3 women and a dude though? Like,
so there might. So that's the thing. It said so they visited the Moscow building supply more than once and have asked the retailer if they sold anyone a KA-bar brand knife. So that must be what this is. So the thing is, and we'll watch a couple minutes of the press conference, but that is my biggest question. They definitely said serrated. So I'm wondering if it's just this like brand, but there's another angle of that video shows him following. I'm going to have to find that. Okay. I think it is serrated because they did say serrated.
That's creepy. I bet you it's some guy who had like a crush on one of them girls and the girls didn't, or, weren't his advances or something. You know what I mean?
Yep. Now, the other thing is, so like to Kate's point is, how did a person overpower him with one knife? The only thing I could think of is that he tied him up. He had a gun or something else.
Maybe.
But this was like
because I seen someone say too, like he must have had a gun or something and then killed him with a knife to be quiet, because for him to be able to wrangle what four victims, right? 3 girls and a guy.
4.
That's crazy.
And
Like,
as horrible as this sounds, the coroner, when you her listening to her was really heartbroken. You can tell she's heartbroken. I mean, that's not easy. And it's an older woman, but somebody asked her, is this the most gross, or is this the most grotesque, right, case that you've ever dealt with? And she was like, well, I mean, that's kind of a hard, I mean, to compare, like, it's definitely the most, like homicides at one time. And then they said, yes, Jameson, the reporter said, well, are you sure it's homicide? Because for a while there, people were like, thought it got confused and thought it was a murder and an unaliving. And she said, no, it was definitely a homicide, which means that they were probably stabbed or, in some way it was bad, I believe, to be able to label it definitely a homicide. So there was 2 roommates. So Jameson, it's so weird because originally, so law enforcement said there were 2 roommates home. When law enforcement show this up, wait, I saw this earlier, and this guy is definitely a perfect.
There was 2 roommates who weren't killed?
Yes. So allegedly, law enforcement, when they showed up to the call that day to an unconscious male, which I believe was, or an unconscious individual, I believe it was Ethan, the roommates were there. So originally they said that they were, and I'm going to listen to it, that they were home. But then then he just said, I never said they were a witness. So we're like,
is it split into like apartments maybe? And like,
I'll show you a picture of the house. Yeah. So Ava, a serrated
maybe they were in like
me?
a separate side or something,
Yeah. And Mike, I reference Mike a lot because he's a former law enforcement. And like he said, this is prime example, and he's not saying this guy did anything, but it is of somebody scouting his victims. And to Ava's point, serrated knives just seem so much more, I know it sounds bad,
terrible than a regular one. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to be,
you have to like saw rather than just.
Yes, thank you. See, Kate says things that, so this is a side pic. No, hold on. No, it's good. I just can't always like get it out. Okay, Sandy, you heard they were sleeping? Okay.
It's not funny. I'm just laughing at how blunt I was, and I probably shouldn't have been.
No, you should. I just didn't know how to say it, and so you said it perfectly. So this is a picture of the side of their house. Let me see if I can find a different one, a better one.
Maybe so the roommates were home at the time they were killed, or did they come home after they were killed?
I don't know. I'm hoping chat knows that because I have not. I've seen conflicting stories about that. Actually, we'll listen to law enforcement. So there they are. Here's the house from a different angle. So there's like 3 floors to that house. So
it might be separated into like a duplex type thing. You know what I mean? Like top floor and then bottom floor. So maybe they were home but like not connected.
Yeah, that's highly possible. Hold on. Look at the nice rented. Look, my niece rented a house with 19 girls in college.
How do you sleep? How do you sleep while 4 people are getting killed with a serrated knife? That's just crazy to me. Like, how do you sleep through that?
So there was not a party at the house, but apparently they did go to the parties, just separate parties or something along those lines. Eventually they didn't end up together, but they had been partying together. Home when they were, Mike. Okay, so let me listen to a couple pieces of the press conference. I found somebody on Twitter that like separated it, passed out. Probably that's it's a 6-bedroom house, 3 stories. Well, that would make sense then. Oh,
bedroom's pretty big. Well, I'll tell you what. When I visited my son's uncle in college way back in the day, they had a freaking mansion with like 20 dudes in there. You know what I mean? And like there was like 4 floors. You probably wouldn't hear what was going down on the first floor up at the top floor. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Oh wait, I don't want to watch the whole thing. Hold on, I'm going to the smaller version. So here apparently is a clip when they asked about a boyfriend.
This. We're looking into every aspect of this. I'm not going to stipulate whether it's one thing or another. We're going to continue to investigate until we have the facts, because really it's the facts that will drive what the cause of. We're looking into every aspect.
Yeah, this isn't what I wanted. Oh, here it is. Wrong one. I shared the wrong thing with you guys. If you stab the throat first, there is no scream in theory. True in the bushes. Mike, in your opinion, do you think that he used some sort of another weapon to basically get him to be still? Or just that, like, well, I guess if they were passed out. All right.
The facts of the case that we know right now. We know that these homicides occurred in the early morning hours of Sunday, November 13th. Around noon, Moscow officers received a call of an unconscious person. Officers discovered the bodies of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Goncalves inside the residence on King Road. The four were stabbed with a knife, but no weapon has been located at this time. There was no sign of forced entry into the residence. Investigators are continuing to collect evidence at the scene. Investigators are working to develop a timeline to relevant events. Autopsies are taking place today on all the victims so we can continue to gather evidence and solve the crime. Investigators are working to follow up on all leads and to identify a person of interest. Based on details at the scene, we believe this was an isolated, targeted attack on our victims. We do not have a suspect at this time, and that individual is still out there. We cannot say that there's no threat to the community, and as we have stated, please stay vigilant, report any suspicious activity, and be aware of your surroundings at all times. What we don't know, the identity and location of the suspect, the location of the knife or any clothing that was worn by the suspect.
Well then. All right, now let's listen to the coroner a little bit. What picture outside of the home? There was yeah, I heard there's some sort of picture. What picture is it of? I just butchered. Yeah, in the bushes, you're right, evil. Since there was no sign of forced entry. Okay, Jameson, I believe it was either somebody they knew that they let in, or they just had the blood picture. Did you see a blood picture? Oh my gosh.
No.
Here's
I've only got to look into this a little bit. I haven't gotten to look into it as much as.
Oh, I always get you on new cases.
I know. I mean, I watched the press conference and stuff, but I haven't like deep dived into it yet. Like,
okay.
Honestly, that other one, I keep like. There's that other college murder.
Oh, too. Virginia, yeah.
I keep like seeing articles between the both of them, and I'm like, I think that's why I thought it was guys, because. Okay, so they were killed with an edged weapon, the police say.
Yeah, from my experience, if it were a robbery, they wouldn't use a knife. Also, nothing was.
Tia.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, Tia, that's what I thought too, Mike. Thanks, Gizmo. It was very personal. Yeah, yes, Mike. That's what she says here. There was a no. I sorry, Jameson. I was just wondering what, like, because I was like, just that's all right. Just next time, text Kate. She'll say it for us.
if you need me to say something blunt and
I've been doing it for 16 years.
out there, I
and
will.
I just got reelected for another 4.
So what is it that, or I guess, when did you get the call on Sunday?
I got the call just a few minutes after noon that there were 4 homicides, but I didn't go to the scene because of law enforcement doing their investigation first. So I didn't actually go to the scene until about 5 or 5:30.
Can you
Oh,
walk us through, like, for our viewers, kind of the process between when police show up and
it's always this time of night that it lags.
then you guys getting the bodies and doing your examinations?
Sure. Well, law enforcement goes through and looks for any evidence.
I'm gonna break my kids' video
takes
games.
videos and pictures of everything in there, and they'll start talking with people. So I don't really need to be there for that. They can't move the bodies. I mean, the bodies have to stay as they
Okay, we might not be watching the coroner.
were until the coroner gets there. So those are.
Put the link in private chat. I can probably pull it up. I mean, I don't know if I'll have any
Okay.
better luck,
That's
but I
what
can
my job
try.
is. To
And
look at the
then as
bodies.
the coroner, do you guys do the autopsies and all that?
No, we.
I found that video from another
medical
angle.
Examiner, but we have forensic
Okay.
pathologists, and we contract with Spokane to do that.
So in your experience, what is it that you saw?
Oh, let's hear this.
Well, there was a lot of blood. It was a very sad scene with 4 murdered college students.
I know. What's she supposed to say?
You're running all 4 deaths on sites?
Yes.
That's pretty much the gist of what she's.
Can you give us a manner of that?
I believe that the press release was that they were from a sharp object. So
Stabbings.
yeah, I will know more after the autopsies tomorrow.
And do you believe this could be like a murder suicide or?
No, there are 4 homicides.
Hey, Pong Cat. I was wondering where you were.
And when it comes to doing
That was. Oh.
autopsy, that falls on you, correct?
Yes, it's my job to determine the manner and mechanism of death.
And
Oh.
then I know with toxicology results, there can often be, in Washington, a delay. So do you have any idea how long it could take, if this were relevant, to get any type of results back on that?
Well, the toxicology reports, right, they usually take 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes longer. But they might, I don't think they're going to be relevant in the actual.
That means that it's bad.
Or cause of death.
Oh my
Do you know
gosh.
how long between the time of death and when police found them, approximately?
No, I don't know for sure.
Do we have like any, like, could it have been hours? Could it have been a day? Was it maybe close? Like, is there any sort of like time frame there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, Beetle. Of course, Allie.
The scene was really difficult. I mean, is this something you've had to deal with before in Moscow?
Since I've been coroner, there have been at least 2 other multiple homicide scenes that I've been involved in.
Hold on, I gotta hear this part.
So
Would you say this is probably the most gruesome?
it's hard to just single it out. It's the only one I've been to where there have been 4 people at one scene. There have been the other ones have had multiple scenes.
And was anybody else injured, like any non-deceased people?
Not that I'm aware of. but I wouldn't necessarily be notified either.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like.
Nace, it does.
Oh, right.
Were the deceased all in close proximity to each other, or were they in different rooms?
I don't know that I can.
No,
discuss
you
that.
can't say that.
That was my next question too. So. I think will we be able to get a copy of your report once it's completed? I'm sure it'll be.
Oh, sure. Yes.
Okay, just
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, if you're still here, I got a question. Do they? Oh, there. Okay. I would say they probably killed a male first, and the female is probably true. So anybody that knows this, maybe you might know it too, Kate. If she said they were all, this was the worst because they were all at one scene, do they consider each room a different scene, or just the how, like, overall thing is a scene?
She said they were all found at one scene.
Yeah. And then she said later when they asked the direct question, she said she didn't think she was allowed to talk about it. So I just wondered if.
I would think that the whole house would be the where well, I don't know. It would really be where the killings took place. So like
That's, yeah, I was just,
You know
so
what I
I
mean?
didn't know. No, one crime scene. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the, yeah, not, so it's,
so like if the crime scene was just the bedroom, then it's just the bedroom. But if it's
yeah,
multiple
it could
rooms
be.
in the house, then it would be considered the house. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Right.
But still, the whole house would be considered a crime scene, even if it just was like say the killing happened in the bedroom, they would still consider the whole house a crime scene because they would have to look through everything. So
it's it sounds, I mean, she was very quick to say it was not, it was a homicide. Kate found a different angle of that video.
yeah, I put it in private chat. You can
Yep,
see the
I
guy.
got it.
So when they walk to the left, he walks like right over with them, and he almost looks like he tries to talk to them, and they kind of like. I don't know if he tried to talk to him or if he was just standing there and they got weirded out, but like it does look a little strange.
Hold
or
on a
he
second.
was maybe with them and standing with them. I don't know.
So where did I just put it? Oh, here we go. Okay, let me make it bigger and then. I will say that it doesn't sound like anyone knows who he is, or they would have said it. Oh, so here's a different angle. That's very good.
They show from both angles, like
Oh, I like
show
this.
exactly it moving all at the same time.
So is that him with the jacket? Yeah, he walked away.
There were people in another chat saying who that person might be in relation to one of the females. So they may be a friend of the female. Right.
Why is he so weird? Like, just
wait till you see him towards the end when they move over to the left and you can't see them in the camera anymore, and he like goes over there with them. It's strange.
yeah, absolutely, Sizzle. This case is really when I heard about it today, I'd heard pieces of it, but today it was like, oh my goodness. When I heard the parents' interview, I was like, okay, yeah, I need to cover this. Okay, so it looks like he's on the phone back there or something, which means nothing. Please don't lag.
Parker, I just sent you that picture in your private chat.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Dude, it had to be bad. Holy crap.
I can't share that.
Mm-mm.
No, that's horrible.
So someone was saying it might be Madison's boyfriend, that guy. I'll have to do a deep dive into their Facebooks and stuff and see if I get like. Now you're gonna send me down another rabbit hole.
So I know. I'll show you again, Nace. Mike, the picture I just saw. So no, there's no audio that I saw, Perry. Or I'll see, but where am I going here? Okay, I gotta close out some of these tabs. I got 47 different tabs open. So if you look See the guy that's walking with a hat on backwards, Nace. See the girls go up to the food truck right now. Look at the top one. He's right there with a black jacket on, and he puts his hat on. So, I will say, oh gosh, I'm just trying to me, it looked like the picture that's going around, there's blood coming from, am I right, Kate, coming from inside the house, dripping to the outside of the house?
So I'll have to ask Dave about this because he put siding on that. There had to be so much blood that it was seeping from like the first floor, like out of the.
Yes, Gizmo said yes. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Because it's coming from under the siding, which is like, it would have to come out of the frame of the house. It's literally like lots of blood is dripping from under. So it's like in the picture, you see like siding on a house. And then under the siding is like, you can see the basement concrete frame. Like, you know how they do like
oh my gosh.
the basement. And the blood is dripping on the basement concrete part. It's just like a little, most of it is underground, but there's a little piece that's not underground and there's blood dripping down it. And there had to be a lot of damn blood for blood to be dripping out the side.
Now, law enforcement didn't really talk much about the boyfriend thing. They skirted around that. So there's footage with audio. It's on Gray Hughes and Plunder's channels. Can't hear much from the girls, but interesting. Oh, really, Perry? I don't know if they strike at all, but I'll have to find it outside of their channel and play it. Yes, the house wasn't built legally. I checked the city records, so no. Oh, wow. Well, kind of. It's who they're, if I knew that they wouldn't strike me, I'd play it, but I don't know. Okay, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Why can't I find the block? You're sick.
Watch when they walk over. The guy looks awfully chummy with them, though. Like, I don't know if they're weirded out by him or if he's like, I don't know.
Anybody that would come in here under a deceased girl's name is disgusting. And I bet you.
Oh, come on.
We know. I'm sure I know who it is. We both banned him from our channel.
Oh, yeah.
Disgusting. You can hate me, but don't disrespect Libby. Okay, so there he goes. I think, you were onto something, as was probably Mike, where, almost wonder if one of the girls turned him down or something, or what, because. So he is. Oh, I see. He is talking. Okay.
He's talking right next to them. I can't tell if they're talking back to him, but he's like right there. Look, they're kind of like turned away, but he does stand there and talk.
Yeah, it's almost like they didn't totally know him, but like he almost went up and tried to engage a conversation or something.
And they, because it does look like they kind of turn away, like when he talks to them. Like, it doesn't look like they're engaging back, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. Mike, you're right. He was really angry too. Yeah. When they ditch him, he walks in a different direction. I gotta watch it again.
I gotta watch that picture. That picture.
I don't know that I've ever seen anything in real life that bad. I cannot believe the media showed that. Wait, yeah, I can. All right, let's really look at his body language. I just have to watch it one more time. So he definitely wants to be discreet.
Well, he puts his hood up, but at the same time, it looked cold. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. I'm not even going to pay attention to it. I got good mods. So in the back, he does go onto his phone or something.
This same guy was in all my chats too. He came under like 3 different Ron Logans.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Country Boy. I know, Mike. Well, you're probably one that could handle seeing the crime scene. Sadly, I don't even think they were purposely ignoring it. Right, I know. Well, if a creep, a guy I didn't know came up and just tried to have a conversation, you say hey and stuff like that, and you move on. Like you don't.
Yeah. FYI, look out for Doug Carter next.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to hear that, Perry. I'll reach out to one of them and see if they mind if I play it.
What do you want to play?
You can hear audio. Gray Hughes or Plunder has a little bit of the audio on it, and you can't hear much from the girls, but they said it's interesting.
Gray Hughes is pretty good about it as long as you give him credit. Like,
oh, okay.
As long as you put it in, like I played his Kylie videos.
Oh, did you? Okay. There he is, Doug Carter. We're good, Doug. Great job.
I told you. That was the only one I haven't seen yet, and I had a Doug Carter come in too, so I was like, I knew it was coming, girl. I knew.
I think it's my daughter's Discord blowing up for her video game. Here's the suspect list of country boys. Yeah, and you're right, Perry. He could be completely innocent, but you have. Well, is it? I mean, has it been on YouTube?
Email, Mike, I can email it to you. I don't know if it's been on YouTube.
Has anybody else seen it? Oh, is it? I mean, I'll share it if. I mean, it's actually not. Yeah, I'll share it because
it's not terrible. It's bad, but it's not like.
It's bad because I'll just share. Okay, because it's no.
But...
It's more just because I was shocked. I think it's not like if it's on Fox News and all those mainstream. Lana is my queen. All right, thanks in the bushes. All right, I'll just put it. You guys will be able to handle it. We're in a true crime community. Oh, so now Gray Hughes investigates. Lana is my queen. That must be somebody that's butthurt. I don't know. Hey, Amanda Zananda. All right, I'll show you guys this. How about I pull it up first? You know what? It makes me laugh about trolls is if you don't like me, that's fine. If you don't like Kate, that's fine. But at least respect the children that, these innocent kids you're talking about. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
Grace. How many alts can a person have? Okay. Here is the image. Trigger warning. So I can't zoom in. It's not letting me. But you can see... So that is blood dripping out of the side of the house. So.
That's so crazy to me. For it to seep out of the house, that's bad.
I don't know, Pamela. It's shocking to me as well. I'm waiting for Mike's opinion. Well, I'm sure he's seen scenes like this before. That's why I couldn't be law enforcement. That's awful. Like that's... Gosh. Oh, good, Allie. You need sleep. Could be bad building, but Kate said her husband works with siding, right? And that like liquid like that can seep down or something if from the upper floors.
I mean, it might be able to see they do it in so they frame and then they put drywall up and then they put a waterproof thing on the outside. The only thing I can think of is maybe from the first to the base, the first floor to the basement floor, maybe seeping through the floor and
I think that's what Regardless, for it to drip in anyway, I mean, I think there was probably a substantial amount of blood, and that's why they can say it wasn't any type of... Absolutely, Amanda Zananda, you could absolutely... This is about the 4 kids in Idaho, at the University of Idaho, that were murdered. You're an engineer, Ava. So my other question is, I did realize that all of them are in either a sorority or a fraternity. So you almost kind of wonder too, is it somebody who had some sort of a, I don't know. I feel like the
So there's
girls
some
were the
people
main
saying,
target.
supposedly saying that looks like Madison's boyfriend. I'm trying to find.
Like her current boyfriend?
Yeah, but the problem is these kids don't go on Facebook anymore. They do like Instagram.
I know. They would make our lives a lot easier if they would go on to Facebook. Yeah, Amanda's and Anda's, it's awful. Well, Allie, you need sleep because, well, I'm so sorry about that. You need sleep though because, look, my friend always says you can't have a rational conversation with an irrational person, and no sleep makes you irrational. There was.
Oh, wait. 1 year with my best friend. Life is so much sweeter with you in it. It does look like this guy. Hold on. Let me share my screen. It looks like this guy.
Hold on.
But it says with my best friend. I don't know if she means like her boyfriend or like.
They seemed really cold to him to be. No.
All right, share my screen real quick.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't look like him.
It's so hard.
He's got the same build, the same. It looks like him.
That's what I wanted. That's what I was waiting for, Mike.
Yeah, it's her boyfriend. Look.
Oh wow, it's not very common to have that much blood.
Hold on. No.
Oh man, that's what I was afraid of, Mike.
It looks like her boyfriend, but wouldn't he have came like?
He would have come forward, I think. And Jameson said there's more videos somewhere. I'm gonna keep digging because now I got Kate on this too, so she'll be digging too. And
here he is, right here.
Man, he's a good-looking boy.
Mm-hmm. No, this is an old photo. I guess that's him.
They were just talking. They're like, fuck it, let's go.
I'm sorry.
Is he playing video games?
Yeah, he's talking really loud on his headphones. He has no idea how loud he is because he's got the headphones. So he's just like, F this and F that. He's not yelling. He's just cursing as he's speaking. Got me some high-quality THC. Oh, well.
Mike said, hell, I'm going to be digging now, too. Okay, so Jameson's going to look, too. Okay.
All right, so this is his name. Her boyfriend is Jake Schreiger. I'm not trying to dox anyone, but...
We're not saying it's that kid, though.
Yeah,
we're
not saying
it looks
it's
like
him.
Yes.
We're not saying it's him. Don't harass this guy. This guy might be totally...
he might be grieving right now. He probably is grieving, so...
Probably.
But all I know is...
He looks like the guy in the video, so maybe he's not even a shady dude. Maybe he was just with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's interesting, though, because they're looking for him. And, they're asking somebody who... I'm surprised no one has said, like, oh, that's her boyfriend, or whatever, so-and-so. So, and maybe they have. But I do think, they haven't shared a ton. Law enforcement hasn't shared a ton. And I know people are really mad, and the community is very mad. Parents of kids at the school, and I do understand that. But at the same time, this is one of those situations where, so let me see if I can find little other pieces of that were clipped. Here's this one's good.
And then they didn't call it into police, so were they injured?
They were not injured, but like I said, we're still following up with everybody that could have been in that area.
So
and
that's
then they didn't call it into police, so were they injured?
They were not injured, but like I said, we're still following up with everybody that could have been in that area.
So I agree, Ava. So he does later say that he's not saying that the roommates weren't. Okay, let me hear what this one says.
I know you said when the call came in, it was for an unconscious person, and also that was a stabbing. It seems, just from an outside perspective looking in, like that would be not the first thing a person calling in would think.
You're right. But the report that we got was that it was an unconscious individual. It wasn't until our officers arrived on scene, went in to do caregiving check on the individual who was unconscious that we found the scene that we found.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I know you
Okay.
said when the call came in, it was for an unconscious person. and
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, Mike. Let me see if that was it. Ellie said, we still believe it was a targeted attack, but there is no threat out, or is a threat out there. But then another statement said, we need to be aware of the surroundings. The person is still out there. Law enforcement stated that there did not appear to be a party at the home. He said they only know of 2 other people at the home, and they were not just focused on them, but on others. But then an hour ago, law enforcement clarified he did not say the other people at the home were witnesses. So my guess is they were probably. So he says the roommates were at the scene were unharmed. He would not say why nobody called for help until noon. Well, look, we've all been inebriated before from a party, okay? If I fall asleep and I pass out drunk, it's going to take a lot for it to wake me up before
I ain't
noon.
got class. Well, even if I did have class, I probably wouldn't go. And I mean, did they know if they were home sleeping, if they were partying? I mean, that all takes into account.
I mean, they're right, and they're pretty sure they, at least those, they had all been at parties, and I mean, it's if they're on different floors, it's not going to be uncommon for a college student to sleep until, and bless those kids that found them. If it was what makes me think they were in different rooms is because I've slept through a whole hospital trip once after party. Yeah, you also know why they don't feel like the public. Hey, Blind Fury is at risk. This is definitely, yeah. So one reason I'm wondering if they think it was, one thing I'm wondering if they were in separate rooms is because law enforcement, when the call came in for 911, it said there was a calling because there's an unconscious person, which, I would think if they were calling about 4 people stabbed to death, they would have said, like, my friends have been killed or something. Maybe not. I don't know.
They were in different rooms, and maybe they had walked up on somebody and didn't know what was going on, and I don't know.
Nace, I agree. It is risky of a killer to leave 2 potential witnesses. They have to have been asleep. And that would make sense that they might be in 2 separate rooms or something if the boyfriend and the...
Or maybe it was like the girl's boyfriend and he went back with them and they got in a fight and he snapped out.
There's no forced entry. So, but
I mean, think if that guy was Madison's boyfriend, they'd know it was him. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's what Ava was saying. Like, we wouldn't be here if it were him. They wouldn't waste the resource. But then Mike, made a good point. They,
maybe have an idea it's him, but they can't prove it's him or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I bet they were all killed in their sleep. I agree. I just have a feeling they all passed out, went to sleep, and he just, whoever it is. And then they were probably in different rooms, so there was no, look, if it's dark and you've been drinking and somebody comes in, by the time you actually wake up to make sense of anything, it would have been easy probably for them to stab or kill. I can't even imagine it. But this just seems like so much more with the amount of blood. It just, I don't know. I just can't
somebody imagine. Was very, someone was very, it is weird that they called about someone unconscious when there's blood literally leaking through. I mean, unless they just, like I said, maybe it happened in separate areas. Maybe they had stumbled upon one person and then that person maybe wasn't as bad off as the others or something, you know, and then
The other thing is that if they were in separate rooms, then the killer didn't have to kill all of them. You know, so
yeah.
this person was, well, obviously evil, but this was targeted and this was like personal. I don't think this was just somebody just at the right place, you know, busting in to rob somebody or something. I think this was very personal. It's awful. But yeah, so this is hatred, and it sounds like spontaneous. Yeah. Well, and we did kind of see him try to talk to the girls, and I mean, they, you know, kind of just hi, what do you know, whatever. But this is, I agree with Mike. This is pure hatred right here.
Maybe she broke up with them or something.
Yeah.
Or...
Now, originally, I did hear serrated edge, so yes, jealousy is somewhere in the mix here too. I did, yeah, yeah. I would not at all doubt that, especially since wasn't one of the girls hugging and not like, yeah,
Maybe he like went through her phone and found some stuff, and they got in a fight, and the other people like stuck up for her and told him to get out, kind of thing, and he just like snapped, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now Kate messaged, the two girls were at a party, they did say. So, you know, it could have been somebody at the party that they turned down or something. I don't know. But this case really has me hooked because, well, for one, it's in Idaho and that poor state right now. And two, it's just the most brutal. I don't know. It's just doesn't make sense. But
that guy really. So she sent more like, you can see his face a little better. And so it looks like her boyfriend. It does.
Let me see. Send the face. Share your face. Share the face.
Okay. It looks like him to me. I think it might be, and it looks like people know him and they're talking to him. He's talking to that other guy. It looks like her boyfriend, I think. Like his facial structure.
If she had a boyfriend.
But I feel
they're still together.
Well, if you look at her Instagram, it looks.
Oh, okay. Like recent.
And he has a picture of her currently on his Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So I do believe they are still together, but. And I think he goes to that college as well. I'd love to hear if he has spoken publicly or made a statement about his girlfriend or something.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything, but I just started looking into this today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can I share your screen?
Oh, yeah, I pulled it. Yeah, give me a second. I'll pull it.
You dropped your headphone in the punk at. Like, how do you do these things?
Oh. Here, I want to show you this picture.
Oh, yeah. I just saw it.
How could this happen? So these people were killed and blood's coming from under there. How would it get outside of that?
She's not talking to us. She's talking to her husband.
So he's in the... No, they were stabbed.
Where is that? On the ground level?
Yeah. It's like the basement.
Through the floor.
Leak through the floor.
Okay, the first floor? Because underneath there is a basement.
All right, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, it will leak out.
Okay, so he is back here. Yeah.
So, see? Can you see
the two girls are right? Yeah. Oh, man.
You can see, like, he looks just like that guy. His nose looks similar.
Hey, Paul G. Yeah, I hope it is him and they can, you know, that can at least clear a suspect or something. I'm going to have to watch this Gray Hughes episode.
It looks a lot like him.
Yeah. All right, let's go over to Kate's now because you're about ready to start your Casey Anthony.
Yeah, and then after I talk about Casey Anthony, we want to keep diving into
She's
this.
gonna deep dive into this. I know. So he's watching her text. That's a really
No.
good point.
No, but that's his girlfriend right here, I think. This one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If it's the right guy, yes. If we're
It looks like that looks more like his girlfriend. I don't know. I mean, it could. I guess.
I'm sure we're gonna see other pictures come out.
I don't know. They both look alike. I guess it could be either
Yeah.
one, but I think.
All right, Mike. Since you were former law enforcement, I need you to start digging. Okay. Not like lose your form. Don't like get in trouble, but I mean like we need your opinion on things because I really need to. When you hear the parents talk of Ethan the triplet, it's freaking terrible.
Doesn't it look like the girl in the red? Her?
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his girlfriend.
Wow, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Hey, Molson man.
You can't tell me that doesn't look like him. Look at that picture. It looks like his nose, his smile. I mean, you can't see it very good, but you can see like the structure a little bit, and it definitely looks like the.
They just seem so distant. I'm on it. Mike,
video,
I would love for you to come on. That would be great.
See this picture? He still has a picture of them.
Yeah. Unless they broke up that night or something. Who knows? Hey, Rody Gale. Oh, yeah, Mike, I would love for you to dig it. Oh, my gosh. Dig on it and then come on sometime. Anytime, for sure. It's always good to have opinion from, Ellie or whatever. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get off for tonight and go get my, now that I'm working, I got to wear makeup and stuff, finish this stuff. And then I'm going to be in Kate's here. And I want to learn about Casey Anthony. And now it sounds like we're going to talk more about this because now I got her into a new case.
Yeah,
so we can talk. All right. Yes. Mike's going to talk about Richard Allen with us too.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. Well, I put Casey Anthony and then I just put case updates at the bottom because I'd be going off on other stuff too.
Whenever I'm first, I get her into a new case and then she goes live about that case. But I'm getting there, Molson man. All right, guys. I'll see you over at Kate Does Crime. Paul G. Kate Does Crime.
Here, wait. I can share the link.
Yeah. Can somebody drop it? Oh, yeah. You can drop your own.
Just give me a second to hold that. Hopefully, it's already muted. Don't talk.
Best for you is Saturday night. Okay, Mike.
There we go.
We'll plan a Saturday night. Actually, this Saturday works really well. If you're around, let's do it. I'm old. I have no plans.
I think they changed it now where it's like you do like youtube.com and then at the app.
Oh, I'm still sharing your screen. I'm like, why are we watching you type it in? All right, there's Kate's channel. Head on over there. We'll all be there. Yeah, and Jen, you need to start coming up more. She's always in bed.
I know. She's an early bird.
All right, guys. See you soon.
Bye. Yeah, they're at 9:30, guys. Bye.
9:30. See ya.